Finite automata. Finite automatas are used to recognize patterns. Here patterns are nothing but words within the language. Within the finite automata, there are finite number of states. Okay, this finite automata having two states. One is accepting or rejecting. On the given input string, if it reaches to the final state, it is accepted. That word is accepted by given automata. If it is not reached to the final state, it is somewhere in the middle, then it is rejected. Okay, at the time of transition, automata can move to the next state or it will stay within the same state. Let's see the basic model of finite automata. Finite automata contains input tape. Here we will store the input string, then tape reader for reading at a time one symbol from the input tape. Tape reader is used to read the input symbol from the input tape. Finite control will change this input reader. It may stay in the current state or it may go to the next state. This finite control will help to change the state of a finite automata. Okay, so finite automata doesn't have any memory for storing the intermediate result. Within the finite automata, we can't able to store intermediate result. It will know what is the current state, what is the current input symbol, what is the next state it need to move. If it reaches to the final state, it is accepted. If it is not reached to the final state, it is rejected. Finite automatas mainly having two categories: finite automata with output, finite automata without output. Finite automata with output is mealy mission and more mission. Finite automata without output, deterministic finite automata, non-deterministic finite automata without epsilon transitions, non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transitions. Okay, so first we will discuss finite automata without output. How to design this finite automata without output, DFA and NFS. Formal definition for finite automata. Finite automata defined with 5 tuples Q, sigma, delta, Q naught, F, where Q is all the set of states within a automata. All the set of states within a automata. Sigma is a input symbol. Sigma is a input symbol. So let's say I want to design a automata which will accept all the binary numbers. Binary numbers are formed by the help of zeros and ones. Here input symbol is sigma defined over 0, 1. I want to design a finite automata which will accept all the binary strings. Binary strings are formed based on zeros and ones. So sigma is 0, 1. I want to design a finite automata which will accept all the decimal numbers. Then input symbol contains 0, 1, 2 and so on 9. Okay, all the decimal numbers are formed with 0 to 9. Okay, we will call it as a alphabet. Okay, so over the alphabet sigma we are defining the language. Now delta is a transition function. Delta is a transition function. It will take here to represent what is the current state. What is the current state? So let's say assume currently it is in the Q naught state. What is the input? What is the current input symbol? What is the next state? Assume it will go to the Q1 state. Okay, so here Q is a set of states. Set of states within a finite automata. We will consider on current state, on current input symbol, what is the next state? We will define by the help of transition functions. Here Q naught is a initial state. Within a finite automata, there is only one initial state. that will belonging to set of states within the finite automata. F is a set of final states. F is subset or equal to Q. It means there may be more than one final states within a finite automata. Okay, so there is only one initial state. There may be more than one final states within a finite automata. Coming to acceptance of a language. When we can say given language is accepted by finite automata means when it reaches to the final state on applying the given input string. Okay, generally this finite automatas we will notate with three different format. One is transition diagram, second one is transition table, transition function. So let's see the different examples for examples for transition diagram, transition table and transition function. First we will see the example for transition diagram. How we are going to be designing a transition diagram. To represent the states, we will use circle. Within the circle, we will represent name of the state. Q0, Q1, Q2 like this. To represent the state, we will use circle. Within a circle, we will represent name of a state. Arrow symbol is used to represent a transition from one state to another state. Arrow symbol is used to represent transition from one state to another state. Over the arrow symbol, we will represent on what input it will move to the next state. Okay, so input symbol we will represent. Then to represent the starting state within a finite automata, we will use arrow symbol before the state or on top of the state name we will use minus symbol. On top of the state name we will use minus symbol. Okay, to represent the final state, on top of the state we will use plus symbol or double circle we will use. To represent the final state we will use double circle. Okay, these are the different notations we are going to be used when we are designing a transition diagram or finite automata. Now let's see the simple example for transition diagram. Let's see here Q0 is a initial state within this transition diagram. Q1 is a final state. This automata is designed over the input symbol 0, 1. Over the input symbols 0, 1. Q0 on 0, it is moving to the Q1 state. Q0 on 1, it will reside within the same state. Q1 on 0, it will reside within the same state. Q1 on 1, it is moving to the Q0 state. This is the one of the simple example for finite automata. Let's see this one. Q0 on 0, it is moving to the Q1 state. Q0 on 1, it is moving to Q2 state. Q1 on 0, it is moving to Q3 state. Q1 on 1, it is moving to Q2 state. Q3 on 0, it will reside within the same state. Q3 on 1, it is moving to Q2 state. Q2 on 0, it is moving to Q3 state. Q2 on 1, it is moving to Q0 state. So like this, we will represent finite automatas. Start state and ending state, intermediate states. Okay, now let's see the example for transition table. How we are going to be represent transition table. To represent a transition table, here in the first column we will represent what are the different states available in given automata. Final states we will represent within the circle. Okay, here Q1 is a final state, so we are representing within a circle. On the first row, we will represent what are the input symbols. Here for this automata input symbols are 0, 1. Now we will write on the Q0 on 0, what is the next state? And the Q0 on 1, what is the next state? Q1 on 0, what is the next state? Q1 on 1, what is the next state? Here Q0 on 0, it is moving to Q1. So here we written Q1. Q0 on 1, it is moving to Q0 state only. So here we are writing Q0. Q1 on 0, it is moving to Q1 state, Q1. Q1 on 1, it is moving to Q0 state. So here we represented Q0. Now we will see what is the transition function. How we are going to be represent transition function. See here, Q0 on 0, it is moving to Q1 state. Q0 on 1, it is moving to Q0 state. Q1 on 0, it is moving to Q1. Q1 on 1, it is moving to Q0 state. Okay, so in next video, we will see how to design finite automatas for the given language.